Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and hello everyone. In this video we have an important concept. Not very important, but it is worth mentioning, and that one is abstract data types in Clean. So Clean has these two definitions of data types, abstract and algebraic. In this video we'll be covering abstract ones, and hopefully in the upcoming videos I'll be covering algebraic data types before we go into trees and classes. So I already went ahead and created a new file called main. In this file we will be explaining abstract data types for Clean. And what does abstract data type mean? First of all, we know that we have existing types in Clean. We have a list of anything, we have a tuple, we have an array, we have strings, we have a lot of data types in Clean. We covered that in separate videos, go check them. So what abstract data types is really kind of like a synonym for an existing type. So we can, for example, list of strings, let's give it a list of strings, and that will be a synonym for a list of strings. It's literally a synonym. So whenever we use this thing will be used on the right hand side. So let's go with making a start, that's going to use list of strings, and let's give it, for example, let's give it 1, and let's try what happens. And it says that the demanding type is not equal or equivalent to the offered type, and that's because we gave it an integer and it's expecting a list of string. It's expecting this type over here, which is a list of string. It's literally the same thing. It's like copying it. It's like macros in C++ and C, if you are familiar with that. So if you give it a list of strings, let's say hello, and we try to compile it, it runs successfully fine, because we gave it what it wanted. It wanted a list of strings. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that this type can be general, okay? It can have placeholders, and we can define what types this synonym will have inside it in the signature when we use it. So for example, let's try to do it. List of anything, for example, and let's give it an A. This is a placeholder. You will see in a moment. Let's go here, put A inside it. Now, when we try to use list of string, it's not list of string anymore, it's list of anything. When we try to use list of anything in the signature, we must give it a type, because that type here, the string, will be replaced in all the A's inside the original thing. So the first type will be inside A, and A will represent the string. That's how it goes. So behind the scene, it's copied like that. Now we go back to A, and let's try to make it and run it, and it works. Now let's try a list of integers. 1, it will not work because it's expecting a list of anything of type string. If we make it an integer here, and it will work fine, because integer will be replaced in all of these. Now let's make things a bit complicated and have a tuple of 2, let's say, and it will take A and B. These are just symbols to be used inside the type itself, inside the synonym. So we have A and B. What I'm saying over here is that when we use the type of 2, we have to give it 2 types into it. And in this case, I'm giving it integer and a string. So if we try to, for example, to write a tuple which has 1 and 2, and let me delete that thing that I wrote by mistake, and we have an error because it's not expecting this. It's expecting a type, a list of a tuple of 2 with an integer and string. So we have an integer, that's correct. Integer is A, the first one is A, which is an integer, which is correct. Now the second thing is a problem, this one. So let's try to make it string, or maybe write hello, and now it will work fine because we satisfied what Clean wants. We satisfied what we have here, what we defined in the signature when we try to use this type that we had. Now, one last thing to keep in mind is that whenever you are creating your own type, let it be a synonym, a record, whatever, that type name must start with a capital letter. It must begin with a capital letter, no matter what. So for example, let's try with T, small, compile it, we have uppercase, ident, whatever that is, and let's change it to capital letter, the T, and then it will work just fine. Because it's a rule in Clean, whenever you're trying to define a type, it must be capital letters. And that's it for abstract data types. So by now you know what is an abstract data type. It's just a synonym that you can put it, you can define it, create it to represent a specific type in Clean, an existing one. And in the next video, we'll be talking about algebraic data types. However, I'm not going to record it. I already have a consultation from, I think, a year and a half ago for LTS students, and I'm just going to take that consultation, cut it, trim it, edit it, and extract the algebraic data type explanation and just post it in this channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you soon. Salam.